Hey guys, welcome back to more NCIS. We have started season 4. We've done the opening first episode. Solely focused on Ziva, of course. But it did bring Gibbs back home, if you can call it home. But not for long. He's returned. He left pretty much without saying goodbye to a lot of them. Tony included, who was particularly upset about it. But I don't think he's ready. And as regards him saying he's retired, I'm going to hold out on that. But at least Ziva was cleared in the last episode, when we found out it was the Iranians that had made this assassination and tried to frame Ziva for it. So, that's done with. I want to see if we do hear anything more about Gibbs in this episode or not. We may do, we may not. We didn't really get a true representation in that first episode as to what Tony is like out in the field as a boss, because we're all focusing on trying to save Ziva. So, let's go find out what's going on. This is episode 2.
Emily?
Yes?
Come here.
They haven't called her number yet.
I didn't expect to see you again until 2067.
Got a reprieve.
Oh?
You're not going to use that in front of your daughter.
What are you?
I don't need a gun to take you down.
I told you. You got the wrong guy. And if there's a shred of decency in you, and brains, you'll reopen my case and find the right one.
Not really the way to get his attention.
But you'll realize something, and end up just reaching for that cell instead.
Really?
Yeah.
What's that?
I might not be alone.
Get your fucking hands off him. That was rather disturbing. I don't even know who this dude is. Kelly's.
You're gonna need a bigger box for that boat.
Come all the way out here to give me packing tips to buy us?
Actually, I came to tell you that Petty Officer Derek Paulson escaped from prison yesterday.
No.
I haven't asked you anything yet. Figured you might like to catch him again.
You thought wrong.
He came to see me, Jethro, when I was with Emily.
Yeah.
She okay?
For now. He just wanted to tell me that I got the wrong man. I don't know what his game is, but I'm not going to get a good night's sleep until that SOB is back behind bars.
You don't need me to find him.
A convicted killer was 2 inches from my daughter. Handing her crayons, he touched her. We're way beyond need, Jethro.
Understand your frustration.
And for a spy, you're a horrible liar.
Ziva's right. You can hardly notice.
But
I wouldn't let Agent Denoso see it if I were you.
Let Agent Denoso see what? Why are you mumbling, McGee?
I'm mumbling.
Why is Agent McGee mumbling?
He overbleached his teeth, sir.
Same thing happened to Ross. You could have learned from
I
your
was-
friend's mistake.
Do you know what? Honest to God, I was just about to say, I wonder if it's as bad as what Ross did in Friends. Tony cued it for me.
I need to be aware of any condition that might affect an agent's ability to perform his or her duties.
Who said it was
Distracting.
not that bad?
She lied. Open up your mouth.
No.
Gibbs.
Gibbs. But he's here again.
Agent Gibbs, I mean, Mr.
Mister, yeah.
I'll call you back, Todd.
I need a temporary reinstatement.
I assume you're here
Temporary?
because of ex-petty officer Derek Paulson. Temporary interest in
For a
bank
friend.
robbers.
If you've read Fornell's report, Jen, then you already know. No, I can't, but I'm not director of NCIS.
And the director of NCIS already filed your retirement package with Navy Human Resources.
Unfile it.
And that's even if you manage to pass your...
My psych evaluation?
No. That one I'm not worried about.
No.
Let me at least validate your parking. That's strange.
It's still in the
I could
drawer.
have sworn I filed this.
I was kind of expecting
Your
to
retirement
get done that.
package.
Oh, what a shame. I forgot.
I've accidentally put in for your unused leave time.
Oh, Jenny, I love you. So, as far as official paperwork goes, he's been on leave. That's it. You don't actually need any of that. You can just come back off your leave. I'm starting to like this woman more and more.
There are 6 days left. until it has to be filed.
Hey, Gibbs, just visiting the neighborhood or taking your desk back?
You should have been here half an hour ago.
Yeah, I'm just getting Emily settled at my mom's place.
If Gibbs wanted us to know what he was doing, he would have told us.
Petty Officer Derek Paulson knocked over a bank, killed 2 of his accomplices. Money was never found.
I want to see what was in it.
I already had the contents sent over. Maybe your text can find something mine couldn't. You'll be fine, Tobias.
Paulson
I mean, he
isn't after
threatened
her.
her
He ruined his life,
indirectly.
Jethro. We don't know what he's after.
It's a jailhouse appeal from some escaped convict. The guy really knows his forensics. I knew it! I knew it!
Took it long enough.
Oh, right. Anything to help you find him.
I want to know what he was up to before he escaped.
Unless the 3 of you have any other suggestions.
Hey, we were just
Eavesdropping
like little girls, but we do have suggestions. And I already have an address.
Tony, Ziva, you're with me.
McGee, stay here and
Stay here, help Abby.
Then gargle this. Before the rest of us go snowblind.
What took you hot shots so long? He's been waiting over an hour. Hey!
Clear?
This is bizarre.
Oh, I never said he was here.
I didn't expect to hear your voice. I heard you quit.
Retired.
Turned myself in for what? I'm an innocent man.
Try broken record.
So you're not gonna reopen my case?
Got the course
Know
off.
what I'll find if I do.
So what does he really want?
Our car.
Oh, you sneaky fucker. He nicked their car.
Well, they say the weight of a man's heart is through his stomach. Looks like Paulson was a volunteer.
He volunteered to put Meals on Wheels?
They bring food to the elderly, Ziva.
Of course I helped him. What would you do if it was your kid in trouble?
I would have told him to give himself up before he got hurt. He only brought you food because you lived near the bank he was casing.
You wasted your life savings defending the wrong guy.
Hey!
Where is he, Mickey?
Yeah, no. He did shelter Paulson. He gave him money.
I say we use him as bait. Give Mickey a pass, put a man on him in case Paulson comes back.
You're the boss.
DC Metro just found our car half a mile from here. The only thing missing was my laptop.
He just wants to work on his case.
Except he's had all his case files since the trial.
Perhaps ours have something his didn't.
They do.
The addresses of the witnesses who testified against him.
Oh,
He's not a
crap.
threat to anyone.
I've never seen a convicted felon file so many appeals. It's an abuse of the system. I've been going over his case files. He seems to prefer a more biblical approach to things. If you ask me, the agency's better off without him.
Oh, bad move.
I like you, Michelle, so I'm just gonna pretend like you didn't say that. Gibbs is staying. He has to.
She's the younger generation. She won't get it.
Russell Nash.
Apparently, he's
Only accomplice Paulson didn't kill.
skipped out on his parole. Hasn't been seen since.
Hey, was the FBI able to warn all the witnesses?
All except for one. Is this your third calf pow, McGee? Maybe you should switch to blueberries.
He's trying to
Anything good
darken
in our
his
tip
teeth.
hotline?
Is there ever? Russell Nash.
The inside man.
Worked for the bank that Paulson knocked over.
Our only missing witness.
Campfire over.
And the last question, in your own words, the difference between ethics and morals.
Well, the ethical man knows he shouldn't cheat on his wife, whereas the moral man actually wouldn't.
The doctor's getting a degree in forensic psychology.
Yes, and with it, I'll be able to add the psychological autopsy to my arsenal.
Holy crap.
Paulson's 2 murdered accomplices?
Anything bug you?
Well, it's about as watertight a case as I've ever seen, pathologically speaking. Yet you're down here asking me if anything bugs you about the case. Are you getting one of those famous gut instincts again?
But for now, just calling to say thanks for the card. I left you a token of my appreciation in return.
We're getting an address from the backtrace now.
We got it. It's in the city, 4242.
Adams Boulevard.
He knows it.
You been there before, boss?
Yeah.
That's where Paulson killed his 2 accomplices.
That's why he's done it. He just doesn't strike me as the normal. With what we've seen of him so far, and the fact that he's good at writing his appeal notices, and he's got a healthy grasp on forensics, and he's not doing the usual dumb criminal I've escaped from prison maneuvers that most would make. He's trying to force you to accept something that you're not willing to accept, that he is innocent as far as he's concerned, even pushing you back to the crime scene here now. So I am starting to wonder whether this is just going to be more than hunting him down, that there's some substance to this, because it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're Tony or Abby or Gibbs or the judge or the jury, whatever. We're all human. Sometimes we can make mistakes. Sometimes something could have been missed or something come to light afterwards. This guy is sticking around to force you to check. So let's see what happens.
Name is this time?
Not a clue.
Okay, McGee, Ziva, fire escape, Lee.
Watch the cars.
I imagine you'd rather be enjoying a nice drink in a cantina right about now.
The thought had crossed my mind.
Mine too.
Oh, no way. Don't tell me he's recreate the fucking crime scene. Holy shit.
It appears ex-petty officer Paulson is attempting to highlight the discrepancies in his crime scene.
Picked up on that too.
No one heard the shooting?
Well, it's not exactly a neighborhood watch kind of place.
Found under this victim's fingernails, but there was no other sign of a struggle?
See that about a quarter of the time, Zip. Why isn't he running?
That's a good question.
That's what I was saying.
What's that gut of yours say?
4 years ago that Paulson was guilty.
Didn't mean 4 years ago. Was your gut wrong 4 years ago? Or is it wrong now?
Paulson's already reopened his case.
Doesn't matter what our job is if we want to figure out his next move.
He's done it for
Now
me.
we have to reopen it too.
Unless we find someone familiar with the Paulson case, it'll take us days just to catch up to speed, much less anticipate Paulson's next move.
So what changed your mind about my boy? Great Oz finally give you guys a heart?
Who said I changed my mind?
Either way, thank you. I've waited a long time for someone to listen.
Don't thank me just yet. You have 1 day to convince our forensic scientist otherwise.
You must be Mickey.
I'll be whoever you want me to be.
Mickey will do just fine.
My dog has a collar like that.
This real estate agent's fumigating his house. Apparently, Gibbs got termites.
I'd offer you the sofa, but
Oh,
I told Emily you
okay.
were staying over. Raspberry rum tart, doll.
Gee, thanks. Yeah.
So it was 4 wives. Unless there's anything else you want to tell me.
Something you want to know, Tobias?
These two become really good
You had a
friends.
family, Jethro. I know you like to play it close to the vest, but hell, I was married to your second wife.
I tried to warn you.
I know, I didn't listen. If I did, I might still have a house with a guest bedroom for you. I know it's not our usual stuff.
Little juice
So we
boxes.
screwed up.
Wait and see what Abby says.
We screwed up. Big time. Sure it wasn't the first time. I know it's not going to be the last. At least we can still make it right.
That is the only difference that matters for an investigator, whatever they are, whether they're a cop, whether they're an agent, however high up or low down they are on the food chain, on the chain of command. If you're willing to go, we may have screwed up here, or I may have screwed up here, and if there's just the remotest chance and doubt, just like how in a courtroom, anything beyond reasonable doubt, then I have to see if I can correct that, see if I can check whether the decisions I made in the process and what I came up with up here led me to that decision, to know that they were guilty and then have them put up in front of a judge. If I need to question that, that's the difference between a good agent and a bad agent. They're willing to accept their mistakes and their flaws, because 99% of the time you'll get it right, but there's always the 1%.
It's funny how things work out. When I was a kid, all I ever thought about was being an FBI agent. Not a day goes by I don't think about being a kid. I don't pay much attention. The way I figure it, anyone doesn't want to quit this job isn't doing it right.
Bottom line, the more Mickey told us, the guiltier Paulson looked.
Until we looked at video from the bank job. Paulson was identified by his custom tattoo.
What could
With
also
the
be faked.
corroborating evidence, it was more than enough for a jury to convict.
Could have been
Think it's a
either.
copy?
That's why we were taking the pictures. It looks like a henna tattoo. Paulson, there'd be a color mismatch.
Can you prove it?
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to see Paulson's original tattoo for the test.
Case, and you won't believe that until you haul in that bastard Russell Nash.
Gary Silverstein, Russell Nash's old roommate. He used to work at a tattoo shop. It could just be a
That's
coincidence.
convenient.
Wow, he hates me.
Human directional.
You're a sign, Gary.
Yeah, I'm the future.
Stop it.
Am I under arrest?
No.
Then no, man. I work by the hour. Hey, yeah, I worked at the tat shop. Yes, I live with Nash. No, I don't know where he is. And I don't know nothing about no bank robbery. That all went down after he moved out.
Good luck in Beijing in 08, Gary.
I'm just saying, a man of your drive and ambition needs a certain kind
I'm
of...
not staying, Ziba.
That obvious. How'd it go?
I'll tell you in 20 seconds.
He's already making a call.
I'd say that went well.
Hey, Nash, it's Gary S.
Now, I know you told me to call you here never, man, but there was some feds here, and they were asking questions about that tat. NCIS.
Got him. 82 West Pratt
Street, apartment 12.
Only you could make it 40 miles in 30 minutes, boss. Something's wrong.
Okay, well, why is there a crowd? What's happened? Shit. Guess that's him. He's got holes in him. Now that's murder.
The end is never pleasant. Doubt that he enjoyed it, seeing that his jaw was broken, as well as 6 of his fingers and his knee, and all this before he fell. He repaid his victim with these.
Guess we're gonna rule out suicide.
Yes, unless Mr. Nash was able to shoot himself in the back.
We have to do this now?
Yeah.
Slugs are Winchester hollow points. Winchester hollow points. Hey, Gibbs.
Did you run the serial number?
It's the same gun
Odo.
that Paulson took from Mickey Stokes' house. He tried to wipe it, but I found a partial print.
Our ex-petty officer didn't want to clear himself. He was looking for the money.
The only thing that I am missing right now is happy hour at Carlos's Cantina.
What am I missing? What is he missing? What are we all missing? Oh, he's having a word with himself here.
You are security, right? Don't let Gibbs leave the building. I was so sure that you'd be halfway to Mexico by now.
Have you just handcuffed
You're a
him?
flight risk.
Abby?
We're gonna figure out this case, Gibbs. We always do. You already figured it out.
No, but you're going to. I want to know how Paulson knows.
Paulson gets to it before us.
He's gone for good.
So where is it?
Nash was using an assumed name. All transactions were cash only. Anything wrong?
Well, actually, yeah, there's quite a lot wrong, Ziva. Aside from McGee's teeth, we have a dead man who shouldn't be dead, an innocent man who isn't really innocent, and a trail that's about to run cold because our perp has managed to stay one step ahead of us since this whole thing started.
It's a shortwave RF bug, and I've been burning campfires to CD. The dictaphone.
He said, I've left you a little something. It'll take you a while to figure it out, but you'll get it eventually. He planted a goddamn bug. This guy's good, actually. I'll give him credit. He's good. Yep.
There's the little bugger.
You backtracking him?
Little
It's
bugger.
impossible without a private cipher, but I think I know where we can get one. Paulson's crew bugged the bank's general manager for 2 weeks before the robbery. I would bet a calf pound that this came from the same guy.
How can you tell?
He signed his name.
There's always a
acting under
signature.
color of the law to deprive any citizen of their legal rights.
We are simply asking for a copy of the cipher you made.
No one shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself.
Go. Told you to stop hunching your shoulders. You know he wasn't talking about you.
It's called a mirror, McGee. For the same reason you don't floss every other tooth.
Where's that cipher? We had a little snafu, boss.
The federal code also states
That not only do I have the right to remain silent, but to withhold any information I see fit.
Well, this should be quick.
What's she gonna
Better
do?
be. You got a fugitive on the run with a pretty big lead.
I ain't talking.
Gee.
You got something to hide?
What, so I refuse to talk and that means I'm guilty?
What happened? We've been avoiding the word fugitive for the last 2 days.
He made the connection himself.
the bottom line, eyeballs.
I run a lawfully licensed spy shop. I don't have to answer any more of your questions.
Corporations are good
no
at
matter what you
spouting that. They use for nefarious
I got
means.
this little girl who wants to go home to her dad. And that's not going to happen without your help. Please.
Are you a decent human being?
Did Gibbs just say,
please? You know what to start.
What did you want to know? Again?
That's an unusual approach for him.
You got eyes on the target, Ziva?
I did. Suspect's in the house and he's not alone.
You sure?
Take your needed. I won't.
In position, boss.
Gun. Move.
Just take it.
Hold it! Tony.
McGee, put your weapons down. I was wrong. I know you're innocent, petty officer.
But you're not, Mickey. Tenozo.
You're under arrest for the murders of Russell Nash, his 2 accomplices in the Greater Virginia bank robbery,
And last but not least, the Greater Virginia bank robbery.
First you wrongly accused Derek and now me.
we also found the bug you planted.
This is ridiculous. Do I look like I got $5 million laying around?
It's been here the whole time.
Where?
It's a Rosewood Bureau plant desk. 19th century, that's $38,000. Looks like in the bedroom here, you've got a Chippendale mahogany case clock. That's 6 figures easy.
You bought all this with the money? Why?
Don't talk to me. I think he should shoot you.
What a waste.
Except he's never been a killer.
He robbed a bank, got $5 million, and all he's done is spend it on stuff to put in his house and died on his own.
This is trial. Not for the world.
Question being, if you're that experienced and that much of a killer...
Antiques Roadshow.
Antiques Roadshow. How long have you been doing this?
You saved
The
that
boy was
boy's
right.
life.
He did most of the work.
Don't sell yourself short.
You don't want me back.
No, we do.
No, I don't.
Worried you won't be able to handle me, director?
No, Jethro. I'm afraid you won't be able to handle yourself. When you're as good at something as you are, when you can make a difference like you can, you just don't quit.
What's with the tash? Oh no, shave it off. Looks like a serial killer with a mustache. Oh, they're really bright. Colgate advert. Is he back? I'm assuming that means he's back. Although I don't like the mustache he sported, I've got to admit. A mustache and a beard, perfectly fine. A beard, perfectly fine. Mustaches belong in the 70s. It's the only place they should be. Right. Got me on that one. But I was starting to be convinced just with the way in which this guy was handling his escape and what he did with the being a free man, you know what I mean? Not actually a free man, but being out and doing everything in his power to force them to reevaluate and reassess and take a second look at all of this case. But I didn't. It's an incredible good misdirect of the old guy spending his life savings on his appeals and writing letters and being like the father figure and everything. I have a feeling this guy's been a career criminal since he was the lad's age, in his 20s and his 30s. He's got very adept at it. But to spend all the money on what he spent it on, it's McGee who put it together. You're not actually looking for any money. I mean, when there's a bank robbery, what is the first thing that the authorities are looking for? Of course, they're looking for the suspects. But that's not enough. They want to recover the money as well, for it not to be flooded out onto the street one way or another, or taken elsewhere out the country. But if you do what he's done, it's a lot less likely to be identified. It's only because of the circumstances in which this case was led that was revealed. That was quite good. Now then. The new girl, I don't know her name. Agent Lee, I don't know her first name. I'm dead wary now after Chip. And he had a tash. See, don't trust mustaches. but Gibbs made him shave it off, and then he goes and grows one. Go figure. Anyway, back to what I was saying. She seems a little bit wooden, seems a little bit younger generation, less tolerable of the job that she started as a probie on breaking rules and watching others of a higher caliber and higher rank break rules. With the whole, I don't think Gibbs should come back with how he behaves and how he does his job, which definitely ticked Abby off, to say the least. But that little pep speech from Jenny there, saying, when you're this good at something, you don't just quit. By all means, quit when you're too old to do it, or you have something that stops you from doing it physically. Yes, the guy has been in 2 comas. You may not come out of a third. You may never need to come out of a third because nothing ever else like that ever happens to you again. What's the odds of him being in 3 comas? He's been in 2. That's almost like being struck by lightning twice. But then again, he is in the line of work that can put you, as they call it, in the line of fire every day of the week. So it's more likely than for any of people like you or me. They're continuing to build our team, our background, our characters. We have become very used and familiar now with Jethro and Abby and Gibbs and Tony and Ziva and Ducky and Palmer. So when they introduce someone new now, I don't see them going down the chip route again. That would be kind of a little bit obvious. But now you need to embellish on a character. You need to bring somebody a little bit more pliable. So it goes with her. Anyway, I'm not going to say too much on her anyway, because she's sort of just been literally introduced in this episode. She could be gone again within 5 minutes. I have no idea. Right, I'm done with the 2 episodes for the week. I'll be back again with another 2. Check the link in the description if you want to watch them all in full length. And if you're watching us on YouTube, I would appreciate a quick sub to the channel. Don't forget to post your comments and give the video a thumbs up. I'll see you for episodes 3 and 4 next week. Take care.